Welcome to Twins World, all about parenting. And today we are going to discuss how to prepare our children to face the failures. As parents or teachers, we never want our children to face failure. We want always them to be first. But we need to understand that life is a game where we cannot win the game all the time. There are times we may fail, we may shatter because of the failure. Even I was a victim of being shattered every time whenever I go through a failure, even in academics or in any kind of activities. I cannot take that I'm not a winner of that game. So as age increased, I learned how to tackle to be the last or not winning the competition. But I would say my mind has been shattered n number of times because I'm a person go get type of attitude. So it's always a part of the game that to lose the game. So today we will discuss why we need to teach our children to face the failure. Understand, as parents, our work, what we are investing on our children for 10 years or 15 years will be rewarded when our children get married and able to face the life and ready to get attacked by the storm, still able to come out successful. As parents, we need to understand how to face the failures, and then we are able to teach our children how to cope up with this kind of failing moments. So first thing what we need to have is the power of resilience. Resilience is a capacity of a person to come back quickly even though we had undergone some kind of devastating moments or some sorrow or some kind of pain. And the second quality I need to have to understand what is a failure is the mindfulness. Mindfulness means I'm aware with consciously that what is the present state of mind or what mental or emotional stage I am in because of a particular incident. Why we are teaching all these things? Because in this particular age, if a pet dies in the house or someone loved ones in the family dies, or they are losing a game, or they are losing something important, or breakage of toy which can really bring pain in the children, how we can help them to overcome, so that we are inculcating one character which will be helpful in the coming days of their life. So for example, we can take that the puppy in our house has died or something happened, and we are going to make our child understand. We are making them understand what has happened, that is my puppy has been died or my puppy is no more. So I understand. The second step what I can make the child understand, how to react to that particular incident. Should I cry, or should I be angry, or should I stop eating and start weeping over it? So this is the second step. Actually, as adults, this is a correct technique we also can take up to cope up with the failures or any kind of loss what is happening in our life. So I'm able to understand what is my reaction to that particular incident. The third step or the process what you can go through is give them little time to go through the process and make them understand that I cannot be emotionally sink in that particular loss for a long time. Yes, there is some period I should ventilate my emotion, but I should come back. If the death of someone happens or death of the puppy, make them understand that the puppy will not come back to the life, or he or she is not going to get him back, or he is not going to retrieve it from death. So finally, what you can do in children is divert them to other activities so that they will be easily moved to another activity where the pain can be removed. I would say children are the right people who can use this kind of technique, because adults take little more time because they are more mature and their feelings are very strong. But children are easy to divert, and we can actually make them cope up with that particular scenario, so that next time when a loss happened to that particular child, he already knew what is the pain of a loss. So he is able to buck up by himself and make him understand that it's for a short period and I can recover from this. This will help our children to cope up with any kind of bitter activities. Because why we are teaching them all these things? Because our life is not only our education or job or marriage. How well we are sustaining in our education, how well we are good in our working place, or how well we are in our marriage and taking care of children till our last breath. Actually, the adjustment of a person to their own life, and others determine what is success in life. We need to teach the children it is not the money, education, or the status is mattering to any one of us. It is how I am happy and satisfied with whatever I have around me, make me who I am and what I am. Because when I die, what is staying back is only my memories. My education, my job, or the money cannot sustain for a longer time, but the memories what I give to my spouse, or memories I give to my children as a successful human being, what I given to others is there in this world for a longer time. This is the need of coping better in the family, or in facing the failures, so that we are keeping footsteps for our younger generation to come up. So I feel that this is a good topic. It is more of psychological aspect, that how to face failures, so that whatever problems I had gone through in my childhood or in an adolescent or younger age won't be there for my children, because I teach them better to face the failures. So hope this is an interesting topic, and we are coming next week with another good topic. So till that, stay safe and stay happy. Thank you.